The other one is from a senior student's point of view, and again that was done with the teacher, and we would talk through the questions, who was there, and they're quite literal and quite frank responses, so everybody was there. So we thought that this was quite good. And what did you think happened? What I think happened is that I lost control. So they're obviously hearing us talk, and that's what they're responding. And how did you feel? Angry and anxious. And what did you do? I made threats and inappropriate comments. Who has been hurt? And they've named the person. And who do you think, or how do you think you can fix it? By listening for the rest of the day. And how can you make sure this doesn't happen again? Deep breathing. And to talk to someone. And what do you think you can do? What can you do or should do now? And they just said, well, forget it. Just you move on, build a bridge. So this student thinking, well, I've done what I've done, we've talked about it, let's just move on. So it's quite a frank response, and you need to take that as a respectful response too. So you can't sort of say that's the wrong answer. That's how they feel, so we need to respect that. Okay, these are the icons that we've trialled with the preps, and that's the prep group that I have. We've chosen these icons. They're from the clip art. I think you may have seen them. They're very, very clear, and we need a clear background for our students because, again, with the nature of our students, especially autistic kids, if we took photos of children smiling and being unhappy, if there was a tree in the background, that's what they would see. So we've gone with a very clear background with just the face, and they're able to relate to those faces. We have students that react to situations sometimes in anger, and that could be because they've got an earache, or because they're feeling sad, or something's happened at home, or we have no idea. But they might react inappropriately, and we just assume that they're just angry, and it may not be that. So we want them to identify their emotions and explain to us what is happening, and then we can help them. These faces, as I said, are on this little cord that I walk around with out in the yard and in the classroom. Sometimes if I see a student sad, I'll just show them the faces, and they're able to point to them if they haven't got the language, or if they do have the language, that sort of cues them back into what they're feeling, and they're able to talk to it. I also have them in the classroom. They're velcroed onto a board, and after every recess and lunchtime we have like a team meeting, and we talk about what happened in the playground, both positive and negative things, and each child has a turn at talking what happened in the playground. And they can say, I had a great time, I was happy because I played with such and such, we played in the sandpit, and we talk about all of that. So we try to encourage friendship and being really kind to the people around you. There's been issues where I've come in from playtime and I haven't been on duty, I've been in the staff room, and I've had to get into my lesson, and one of my preps pulls me up and says, Poppy, get the faces out, we need to talk. So something's happened at duty, so we need to discuss that. And sometimes if I am on duty and there has been an issue and I've used my faces and we've talked about it, and I've had both the victim and the perpetrator together and spoken about it, you'll have like these, as Raymond calls them, the policemen come round and sort of saying, what's going on? And I said, well, it's okay, it's been said. No, that person's crying, what's going on? And I'll say, look, they were very unhappy, they just didn't play very well, so they'll just swarm around the person that did it and just go there and say, you're not being a very good friend there, and they sort of just gag this guy or this girl around, they just telling this poor child off again. So they really are looking out for each other, and these faces are helping. Now, in conclusion, again, in Raymond's notes, we found this quote to be very, very pertinent to our school and our school culture. It's by Margaret Metzger, and I hope I said her name appropriately. And she sort of says, as teachers, we need to not escalate the situation, we need to de-escalate. Sometimes it's our emotions and our anxiety that create the problem. So we need to sort of diffuse, and that's something that we really need to encourage our staff to do. And secondly is to let the students save face. So it's not putting the student down, and we need to concentrate on the actual behaviour, not the student. That's it. Thank you.